Hi, I'm Isaac from Raycom, and today we're going to be looking at the new Roger V2. Okay, so today we're going to carry out a range test on the Roger V1 versus the Roger V2 to try and put some proof to that 30% extra range that Phonak have claimed. We've got some test equipment we've set up here, so we're going to start with our Phonak base station. That's outputting the test audio. That comes through to our little test rig here, which is the Roger earpiece in a silicon test ear through a DPA microphone. That comes through and is recorded on the Zoom F6 so you guys can hear it at home. So we're going to take all this kit and go straight to site. Okay, so we have come down to our local sports hall to do a test on the Roger V2. Behind me we've got a test track set out. So from the wall is to 5, 15, 25, 30. And we've got our base station here with our bit of test audio set up. So I will hit play on that and you can see it playing. So I've got the same audio coming through to our test ear, running through to our F6, straight through to me as well. And we'll start. So we've got to the wall,
enhanced by far.
5.
So it's really much more nicer.
It does actually
so we should both be hearing the same audio at the same time.
And there's no hiss.
No hissing. And also with the
15,
Invisity, we had statics, means you were maybe walking around
20,
a little bit and all of a sudden you're
trying to keep an ear on.
like that.
25.
All these things we do not have.
And we are
in the
running
Invisity
out of
system,
hall.
we needed programming. You needed to program the frequency of the transmitter.
30.
And with another
So that's 30 meters from us to the base station. I've actually got both the test piece and my piece in my ear between me and the wall. And I can't get the base station to drop out there. I can still get Jörg nice and clearly. So it looks like we're going to have to find a bigger hall. Okay, so what happened? Basically, we ran out of room in the leisure centre. It was 30 meters long and we got to the wall. Both the Roger V1 and the V2 performed perfectly. We had no dropouts. I could put my body between the Roger and the base station. Absolutely fine. Off camera, we carried on and did some further tests. We went into the corners of the room. We put the base station under a table. Still worked absolutely fine. So we're going to need a bigger room. We're going to go ahead and find somewhere bigger and run a second version of the test. Okay, so we have come down to do our second test at Gardens, Kitchens, Greenhouses. We've got a nice long greenhouse here to do our test on. Obviously, we ran out of room in the sports hall. The Roger earpieces were just too good. Even at the V1, we couldn't get it to drop out anywhere really. We've the same test set up, so we've got the Roger V1 in our little silicon dummy test ear here. Silicon ear, we've got a DPA microphone attached into the back there through to an F6. We've got another DPA microphone for me, and I've got a V1 in my ear as well. I'm going to perform the actual test and check where we get to, but you can hear the same quality, the same audio I'm going to hear, but mine will probably drop out first, just because the human body is going to get in the way. My head being a big bag of water is going to interfere with the signal. That's going to cause us an issue. So we'll see how far we get. We've got the same setup with the same piece of audio running through our Phonak base station here. And hopefully we should be able to show that the V2 has some better range.
Far better. It's digital and you can really hear it. Everybody is saying it seems to be louder and clearer. It's definitely not louder, but the intelligibility is enhanced by far. So it's really much more nicer.
It does actually sound louder, but it's because it's clearer.
Right.
Okay.
And there's no hiss.
So every so often I'm going to stop and just check that no matter where my head is, I'm getting usable audio through the earpiece. Obviously, you can't stop the piece of talent or the presenter from moving as they do what they need to do. So we need usable audio all the time. I've still got it here, so we'll keep going.
And with another software, the frequency in the receiver. Here we do not need it. We simply bring devices together and make click. And
so you've taken new technology.
We'll stop again quickly.
That you've
no matter where I am.
Millions of pounds developing for the medical world and allowed us in the broadcast world to benefit from its advantages.
Yes.
Which is all good. Well, look,
One more time.
We need to do
Okay, so I'm getting usable audio with the earpiece facing the base station. As soon as I put even a little bit of my body in the way, we're dropping out. So this is sort of the usable range of the V1. Okay, so we've now doing the second part of our test with the V2, the same test rig, and there's my V2 there. You can see on there you've got the blue writing. That's the visual difference between a V1 which had the black writing and the new V2 has that blue. So you can really sort of tell which one you're using. I'll pop that one in there and give it a twist.
Far better. It's digital and you can really
so we'll
hear
start.
it. Everybody is saying it seems to be louder and clearer. It's definitely not louder, but the intelligibility is enhanced by far. So it's really much more nicer.
It does actually sound louder, but it's because it's clearer.
Right.
Yeah. And
so again, we're going to stop and just check. We're getting usable audio the whole time, and it's nice and clear, so we'll keep going.
Noises like that. All these things we do not have. In the Invisity system, we needed programming. You needed to program the frequency of the transmitter, and with another software, the frequency in the receiver. Here, we do not need it. We simply bring devices together and make click. And
so this is where the V1 got to for usable quality, and
billions of pounds developing for the medical world.
We're still going.
Allowed us in the broadcast world to benefit from its advantages.
Yes,
which is all good. Well, look, I think what we need to do now is the Roger system has got quite a few different components with it.
So as soon as I put my head in the way now, we're blocking, but I've still got a little bit of movement, so we'll see how far we can get.
Really hear it. Everybody is saying it seems to be louder and clear.
Okay, so this is it here. As soon as I've started to move even a little bit, we're dropping out. So that's the real difference. You can see from where I am now to the V1 cone there, that's the kind of range we're looking at, which looks to me about 30% that Phonex mentioned, but we'll get a tape measure and we'll double check. So what did we see? First of all, is there a range increase? And yes, the V1 got to 34 meters, whereas the V2 got to 51 meters. That's about a 40% increase, which is brilliant. We were looking for a range increase, and there it is. There are a couple of things to consider when you use a Roger system, and that's first of all, where's the base station? It needs to be nice and up high. Above head height is brilliant. It helps the signal really get out there and increases your usable range. And secondly, where is it positioned with regards to the talent? Just a couple of things to consider before you set up, which might make life a bit easier. Here you can see an overhead shot. First of all, the V1 at 34 meters, and secondly, the V2 at 51 meters. And there's that 40% increase you can see. So that's it from us at Raycom. I hope that's helped. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.